Yo, right, just on my way to the airport. Bike's parked up, just walking around. What am I doing? I'm going to London. I'm going to London to see Alex, and we are going to do some TT Northwest practice on the simulator that he has. I don't know if you've seen them before. They're like a proper bike on a gyro sort of effective thing. He has an M4 Augusta on it, so yeah. Got my bag, got my kit. We're also going to M4 Karting to do a session tomorrow night on the pit bikes, which should be pretty cool. So yeah, that's where I'm going, that's what we're doing. And I shall take you along for a bit of a jolly with me. Ciao. Right then, so we're here at Alex's. Bikes are packed. Going down to M4 Karting tonight, do some indoor training. Oh, here's Alex. So yeah, going down. What are we doing? We're going down to M4.
Yeah.
Bit of pit bike practice.
We're going to M4, a bit of pit bike practice, a bit of working on what we discussed in the past, like keeping your level of fitness and awareness on the bike, keeping it up high, and of course to have fun.
Have fun and train with purpose, of course.
Yeah, always.
Looking like an old aircraft hangar or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. Just turned up here now at M4 Karting. Yeah, didn't realise it was in like an old bunker. Couple of vans here for sale. Anyone needs one? Here's the boys.
I love what M4 Karting is doing. First of all, in the UK, with the amount of restrictions that we have, you can't go there, you can't do that, you can't do that. They actually allow us to be part of the motorsport community, and they allow us to have days, and they organize their days as well. And also the amount of help that they've done for the kids that they start to race at young age. They have their racing community, which they organize. They're one of the main suppliers for the FAB racing, which from my point of view, it's an amazing way to help and support the young kids. If you look, there become fewer and fewer the places where you can actually train and race and do this, and they still do that. They help the kids. They actually organize the mini motos schools for initiation. That's the word. Sorry mate, not my main language. And
he only knows 7, so we'll let him off.
So yeah, that's the nice part what these guys are doing, and to be honest with you, fair play to them and to the guys at M4 for what they are doing for the community. And as I've told before, motorsport, it's a dying breed in the UK, and you see people like this that they're trying to sustain it. And we have loads of go-kart tracks, and we could have way better championships and way better results with the amount of motors, because at the end of the day, the motorsport is invented in this country.
Was it?
Yeah.
Really?
So
no, it's something new every day. I thought it would have been invented in Japan or something with all the big breeds there, but no.
It's very important, and this you need to understand. Like I emphasized, I always tell this: don't go out and expect to do what you've done last time, like what you did last time, like what you achieved. Yeah, you have an understanding now of the bike because it's your second time. Yeah, so you have an understanding how the bike behaves. But every single air temperature, every single PSI can do or change the environment while you're riding. So that's why always just build fresh. Start from the ground up, and then slowly get to your pace. And from the second session onwards, you're going to start to improve slowly. I'm going to give each and one of you something to work on. Yeah.
I'm the only newcomer here tonight. I really need an orange bib, so we're just going to have a look at the track map. Is it this one here?
No.
It's through here. Just going to have a look at the track map.
If no other person comes to the imagine how you become where you are. So on this track, it's quite small. the most important thing, outside, inside, outside. So third gear, yeah, down to second, keep second, third. You can do this in third, or you can go back to second, keep second all the way back to the straight. It's very easy to do. If you want just to learn the track, first session just do it in third gear.
Yeah.
You know, like to learn the corners and everything, and we're gonna go from there. Beginner, look at this beginner. Opa! In maximum 2 laps, he's gonna crash. This is hard. Have you crashed?
Twice.
Have you crashed?
Twice.
I predicted a lap and a half ago that you're gonna crash. I have it on camera.
I've already crashed. I crashed already.
I've just done my first session. Wow, like I completely forgot everything we learned in Spain. Crashed on like the second lap. That is alien to me. But then it started to come back a bit, riding on the side of the tyre and dropping the head, pushing the bike up in the front and rear loose. That's crazy. That is like riding on the black ice. It's mental.
You went. I have it on camera. I said in this rhythm he's gonna crash in 2 laps. You didn't.
I think I crashed already before you said that.
No, you didn't disappoint.
Okay.
Like you crashed immediately after. And you know why?
But it depends which one you're on about. My body position was sort of the same thing you said to the other people. Like, I took my time to relax into it, and like, it was all very alien. Haven't rode pit bike since we were in Spain, and
Yeah,
just didn't do any of the things that we've said that we were supposed to do, basically.
So it's understandable for him or for them. They never raced, but you should have a different switch
Yeah.
up there. Yeah. But,
Yeah.
You know, and I've told you that should be your default. Like, you should start. Okay, when you go out, you focus for the first session. Okay, let me focus on my body position or whatever you need to focus. Once you got into a rhythm, then it stays.
Yeah.
Being smooth with the throttle and that. When you start to overtake people, and I saw you shifting to second gear coming out of the corner because you couldn't overtake differently. You went to second gear to have the drive out of. I said in 2 corners he's gonna crash. And you didn't disappoint. Exactly what I said. Boing. Yeah. So you need to work on that.
Session 2, working on what Alex said about catching people, figuring it out. I think I was better at it, we'll see what he says. But yeah, it's starting to understand the grip levels that are there now, and losing the front and tipping the bars in like he said, and if the rear goes, drop the body in to counteract it. So I felt like I was a lot more controlled with it. So we'll see what he says.
You're lucky that you're a big lad. Otherwise, you would have high-sided the shit out of you a couple of times out of this corner, out of last corner.
Yeah.
Because you're too eager with the throttle. And another thing that you need to work on, if you're committing to do a block pass, carry on doing it. Yeah? Because if you'd have pulled that move on a professional rider, not on him. By the time that he closed
Yeah,
the door,
yeah.
by the time that you regroup, he would have been gone.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So you either, what I told you in the beginning, you either think of the move, you plan the move ahead, or if you're dive-bomb like you've done, like you've tried to do, stand him up as well.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I didn't commit to it and didn't want to upset him on a little track day.
Yeah, but you put yourself in a situation where you make it uncomfortable for him, and you make it awkward for you.
Yep.
You either commit or you wait and you overtake the next corner.
Yep.
Yeah? That's what I'm saying. Always plan ahead of
Yep.
the things that you need to do. Yeah? Okay.
Not the best session for me, that. Brought 2 people down, not by stuffing them up the inside, by actually saving a crash. Like folding the front, losing the rear, and they were right behind me and hit me back wheel. That was the first one, and then the second one I like completely lost it. It was sideways and then brought it back for like 90 degrees, and he managed to throw nowhere to go other than the side of me. So I'm probably about to get a pacing off Alex. We'll take it. But yeah, my apologies to them 2 lads.
You know why he crashed into you and he crashed into you?
Yeah.
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 But you know why?
Throttle.
It's not even that. The fact that you're trying to brake so late and you're trying to put the gear because basically you want to slide.
Yeah, I'm riding around having a lot of fun and not like, it's not,
Fun?
yeah.
Fun, it's good to have on a bike, but first master the technique
Yeah,
before you're having fun with the technique.
yeah.
You can have fun dialing it down a bit,
Yeah.
because like this you're putting them in danger as well.
Yeah, apologies to both of you too.
So the idea is you're this lean, bam, down again and the bike goes. You can do that easily from dead upright. If you put the bike on the side, the rear will step out. You don't need to put the brake so late, because by doing that, the bike comes back around. You can't pick up the throttle that quickly as you would like. You lose too much speed, and when you give throttle, when you're asking for the throttle, instead of pushing the bike, you're still leant over. Whoop, the bike comes immediately around. You close, and you do one of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you with the bike, whoop. These bikes you need to ride them like 1000 cc, because they have such a short wheelbase. They're weighing 60 kilos and 16 horsepower. Like power to weight ratio, it's quite high. So
Okay.
coming, whoa, push the bike away from you while you're picking up the throttle. Whoop, you're increasing. So from this sliding motion, yeah, from this going around the corner, whoa, you're gonna create a slide, and from this you're gonna create a forward motion because you're pushing the bike, you're increasing the contact patch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just on the last session, it's like 8, half 8. The temperature dropped quite a lot there, and the grip was just market conditions. That was then low grip. It was awful. One of your man crashed at probably second or the first fastest corner, which I was a bit concerned about myself crashing it because it didn't look very nice. But okay, he's alright. We lost his camera, so we're just gonna go and have a skeet for it. King of hide and seek me, found it.
So much
The behind the scenes bit of a chicken with bam going down. Yes. morning. Oh, made a balls of that. Yo, here we are at the Moto Trainer. There's the MV. They're here today to do some laps on the Northwest and the TT, or depending on time, might just do more of one than the other, with obviously the Northwest coming up first, and then come back between the Northwest and the TT and do TT. I was thinking about that on the way down. But anyway, yeah. So here we are. Here's some Alex's leathers. Alex, get this set up and then we'll get going.
Like TT style. We do like this.
Yeah.
We do like this.
Whoa. Evening, just landed back on the Isle of Man, fresh. Today, Moto Trainer didn't quite go as planned. The software, or the server that the software runs off, didn't play ball, so didn't really achieve what we set out to achieve. Did a couple of sectors before it then went down, so nothing can be done about it. It is what it is. Don't want to say a wasted trip, because it's never a wasted trip, always a good bit of fun, but didn't really get out of it what I wanted to. So yeah, this happens sometimes. Take the rough with the smooth, as they say. So yeah, just on my way back to the van now. So yeah, that concludes this vlog. So yeah, next one, who am I? I think that's what the next one's going to be. Had somebody asking in the comments. Thought it was a good opportunity to tell my story. Yeah, ciao.